Well, hello everybody. How you doing? Dave Fennoy here. It's another Wednesday, and of course that means another Ask Dave Fennoy Anything, 6 p.m. Pacific, Facebook Live, and I can already see from one thumbs up that we are not having technical difficulties today. So, yay! Couple notes. These Ask Dave Fennoy's Anything all live on my YouTube channel, Dave Fennoy Voiceover Training. If you're interested in voiceover coaching, you can stop by ddavefennoy.com and sign yourself up. And if you sign up, even without getting lessons, you'll get some updates from me. I promise I will not be inundating you with updates of this, that, and the other every day. But you'll get to find out things like a reminder of these and where I'll be teaching, like a reminder of this. I'm going to be teaching in Vegas, and let's see if I hit the right button here. Oh, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't the right button. Where's the right button? Well, I'll be teaching in Vegas at the Voice Actor Studio. There it is. Character development for video games and interactive entertainment, or as I like to call it, voice acting for video games. That's going to be coming up next Saturday and Sunday, not this Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 5 at the Voice Actor Studio in Vegas. And this one is going to be very interesting because it's going to be hybrid. So there'll be a number of students, 12 to 15, in class that I'll be working with. But if you'd like to be somebody who's online and watching it all, or as I like to call them, flies on the wall who get to see and hear it all for a much lower price, you get to participate. And one of the things I like about classes is that your ego isn't on the line every time you step to the microphone. I always applaud the people who take classes and will get up and be critiqued and have to think about, because we all want to, just give our best performance every time. I don't care if well, I know I need to get some work. I'm in here learning something. But when you step to the microphone, you want to wow them. You want people to go, man, he or she is really good. And sometimes you are, and then sometimes you're not. So being willing to do that and pay money for it, I applaud you. But it's always a plus when you can step back and watch your fellow actor go through whatever it is that they're going through. And you can learn sometimes so much from watching your fellow actor and their success and their challenges and the notes they get without you standing there and your head and heart and ego on the line. So anyway, that's that. And now we're going to do that crazy thing that I don't know why I got a wild hair up my butt, decided to do this, but it looks like it's going to work this time. I want to introduce Marianne Toro, and I said it right. I don't know why you don't have enough light in your studio.
I don't know why it's not. Let me see if I can
turn that light
angle
up.
it.
And I know people are going to say, so did y'all talk earlier today and decide to wear red shirts?
It's hot pink.
Oh, it's hot pink. Okay, well, see, it's the lighting. If the lighting were better, I'd know it was pink and not red like mine.
You know what? He wants more lighting. Oh my goodness.
There we go. There we go. Everybody can see your beauty now. And, when I first decided to do this, and I threw it out there a couple of weeks ago, when for whatever reason couldn't get on air here on Facebook, Marianne was one of the very first people to want to do this. And before I get into listening to your spot and critiquing you, so how'd you get into voiceover? How long have you been doing this?
I've been in voiceover since 2010. And I went into voiceover because I had this whole thing happening where they liked the sound of my voice, but my body wasn't matching and vice versa. So I was like, you know what? I'm totally done with that. Let me go to a different mode of acting. And I was told, voiceover is a good...
now, so you're talking about on camera and on stage acting.
Yes.
Your voice is small and you're bigger, and we don't expect that from. But I see that all the time. What I would say is, don't completely give up on your on camera.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying. But I'm
hey,
glad you found something else that you can do that you love.
yeah. So,
Absolutely. So, and you started when?
I can say I started June 2010. I got my first voiceover coach, and I only took like 3 months worth of classes because life happened. Then I started taking up classes again in 2011. But I really wasn't, it was more like a hobby.
Hmm.
And I was getting work here and there. But honestly, I was taking it more seriously in 2017. And then once I stopped treating it as a hobby and started wanting to look into it as a career, that's when things were really taking off for me. And
Interesting. Once you
mhm.
started treating it as a career instead of just, oh, this thing I do and I hope somebody calls me for it because I kind of like to do it, but I'm not going to put the effort out there because if I put the effort out there, it might not work and then I'll feel bad about myself, but I'm really talented. I know I am. Somebody's going to call me and give me this gig. And no, no. You got to put the effort in. There are a lot of
Yes.
people knocking on these doors, and there's that old story about cream rises to the top, and there's plenty of room at the top, and there is. But the
Hmm.
people at the top have been working and continue to work to stay there. So
Yes.
glad you got that part. Now,
Thank-
where are you doing your career from?
I am currently in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Now, when you say currently, that sounds like you're expecting to be someplace else before too long.
Hmm. Lease the lease will be up in August next year, and your girl has been recording in Burbank. So
Okay.
let's just say, things continue to move on up. I got
Yeah.
some
So you got a little
announcements to make.
California dreaming going on.
Maybe, or in the area, maybe
Okay.
Las Vegas. Who
Maybe
knows?
Las Vegas. Okay. We were just talking about, I guess, both of our buddy, Trey Mosley, who, by the way, nice shout out to Trey had something very nice to say about me on Facebook today. Um, but a number of people who, I don't know, LA's kind of expensive. Vegas is close. And these days with the internet, uh, it's more likely that you can work from just about anywhere. So, yeah, I understand. I understand. Well, let's listen to that spot you sent me. And I'm going to pull up let's see, I'm going to do it like this. We're going to go there so we can see your face as you're doing this. And I'm going to pull up the copy so everybody can see it. Oh, what did I do with the copy now? There it is. And it's right up under me. People can still see you. And let's listen to what you did. All right, here we go.
Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi in New Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or you can get Mario Kart 7 so you can drive, dive, and glide through land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be ready to catch and battle tons of Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Hey, where'd it go? I wanted to play. Oh, get the Scarlet Red Nintendo 2DS bundle and play your favorite Nintendo 3DS games. Also available in blue. Games rated everyone.
Okay, let's give her a hand, everybody. Yay! Yeah. This is not a bad read. Your voice is perfect for this. I imagine in the work that you're doing, because I know you're already doing some work, that you get to do some cartoons and kid voices and kid products in commercials, and this is one of them. Now, how you can make this better? There were some places I felt you weren't quite 100% comfortable with the copy. That, this is going by very fast, not an easy piece of copy to do and maintain all the enthusiasm that I want you to maintain in this piece of copy, all the smile and all the from this transition to this transition to this transition. Um, the jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. Keep that smile up. Keep that energy up. I know there were a couple places where you were just a little unsure. And it comes through. The people who are listening to our auditions, sometimes they don't know exactly what it is that's not quite working, but they have a feeling something's not quite working. And in this case, I'm sure the notes would have been something like, "Oh man, we love her voice, we love her energy," but something's missing, and it's a little bit of your enthusiasm, I think, when you're just a little nervous about, am I going to get this right? Do I have enough time? And on your transitions, this is one of those cases where I'm the guy that says, don't hit the yous and the yours and the me's and the ands. But this is where you want to kind of make them forget what they just heard and tune into what they're just about to hear. So the or you can get Mario Kart 7. And, so you can drive, and glide through the land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. But you want them to forget that and then on to, and you'll be ready to catch. Let's do my voice is way too big for this piece of copy. Let's hear you do one.
Okay. Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi and New Super Mario Bros. 2.
I'm going to stop you for 1 minute. I'm going to stop you for 1 minute. Not just you can journey with, but amazing. You can journey with.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You're excited about everything you're saying here. Or you can get Mario Kart 7, so you can drive, dive, and glide through the land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be ready to catch and battle tons of Pokemon and Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Hey, where'd it go? I loved what you did there with that part when it disappeared. It was perfect. But just keep that enthusiasm up for all these things that the person listening is going to get to do. One more. I'll let you get through it all the way this time.
Okay. Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi and New Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or you can get Mario Kart 7, so you can drive, dive, and glide through land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be able to catch and battle tons of Pokemon and Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Hey, where'd it go? I wanted to play. Get the Scarlet Red Nintendo 2DS bundle and play your favorite Nintendo 3DS games. Also available in blue. Games rated everyone.
Okay, and I can see it in your face. We're still at that same little. What I'm missing here is you've got a little bit of smile there, but the tension, I think, of trying to fit this all in is messing with you.
It is.
Take a deep breath. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Be the most enthusiastic person, loving the idea of all these. These are the things you can do with Mario and Luigi and the New Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Blah, 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 blah. Keep that smile and intense energy up.
Okay. Ooh, not my water bottle. All right. Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. With Nintendo 2DS, you can journey with Mario and Luigi and New Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or you can get Mario Kart 7, so you can drive, dive, and glide through land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be able to catch and battle tons of Pokemon and Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Hey, where'd it go? I wanted to play. Get the Scarlet Red Nintendo 2DS bundle and play your favorite Nintendo 3DS games. Also available in blue. Games rated everyone.
Okay, nice. I felt it getting a little better there. I'm going to give you a little trick to this. We're in a world now where we don't have to go from T to B with no mistakes. I'm a person in my auditions, I'd certainly like to go to T to B and have one take make it. But sometimes that doesn't happen, and this is one of those. Yeah. Get through that first line. Take a breath. Get through the next section. Take a breath. Get through the next section. Take a breath. So you don't feel that pressure to, oh, I just finished seeing Nintendo 2DS, and now I've got to jump in it. Try that.
Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi and New Super Mario Bros. 2.
I want more excitement about journeying with Mario and Luigi. They're superstars, man. They're celebrities. This is wonderful I'll give you an idea what I mean. Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi in the Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or you can get Mario Kart 7, so you can drive, dive, and glide through the land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be ready to catch a bottle of tons of whatever that. Now, and I did what I told you not to do. I didn't pause and give myself time to re-up the energy for that. Just take a little pause there after 2DS, after Mushroom Kingdom, after favorite characters, after Pokemon Moon, after play, because you can always tighten it back up. One more.
Okay. Jump into the huge world of Nintendo games with Nintendo 2DS. You can journey with Mario and Luigi in New Super Mario Bros. 2 and collect all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or you can get Mario Kart 7, so you can drive, dive, and glide through land, sea, and air with all your favorite characters. And you'll be ready to catch and battle tons of Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Hey, where'd it go? I wanted to play. Get the Scarlet Red Nintendo 2DS bundle and play your favorite Nintendo 3DS games. Also available in blue. Games rated everyone.
Okay. I would still push you even a little further, but I'm liking the read. I'm liking what you're doing. And as you say, you're working, aren't you?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I think we should give you a hand. Yeah, there we go. Oh, boy. And you know what? And once again, thank you for having the courage to put yourself out there in front of this audience. Bravo. And I can see why your career is working for you. All right. Let's see. My next person. By the way, well, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Whoops! Wait a minute. That's not how I wanted to do it. Thank you, Marianne. And I've there. No, good. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off quite that way. We're going to have our next person coming up. I'm going to leave you there for just a little bit and go back to there. And how did you feel about your read, by the way?
I feel better because I'm not by myself having to figure this out. And I would like to get into commercials and promo, but I know that that's going to take a different approach as opposed to what I normally do for animation and video games. And I want to make sure that I keep up the energy, but also make sure that I focus it so I'm not all over the place. Really need to tighten that up. But the more I do this, the more comfortable I am with it. So now it's just second nature. Same way that I look at a character and I break it down saying, who is this person? Where are they? What are they doing? What's their objective? I can do the same in the read for commercial or promo. What's the tone? Like, what's the subject and how I need to approach it so that it sounds natural while keeping up, not even just keeping up the pace,
well,
but making sure.
Not everything is going to be this energetic or directed at kids. And just from how you're speaking to me right now, where your voice is pitched right now, you have a wide variety of things you can do. I don't see why video games and character work in video games and serious adult characters can't be yours, and commercials that are aimed at adults can't be yours, because although you were way up here, you're very natural right where your voice is now.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, I am going to say goodbye this time. Marianne, thank you so much, and
Yeah.
continued success. And, I know from time to time you're in contact with me, so I'll be kind of watching to see where you go.
All right, then. Thank you.
You are welcome. All right. So, Marianne Toro, and don't call her Marianne. Whatever you do not call her Marianne. All right. We have another guest here, and let me bring him on. Jay, what's going on, man? Well, I see. Oh, and you need to turn up your microphone a little bit.
Hey, hey.
There we go.
What's going on? What's going on?
And actually, you could lean a little to the other side. Just lean a little to the other side. Then we'll get all your face.
And turn on my mic? Okay.
No, you got your mic on. There you go. Now we got you centered. Now we got you centered. Well, listen, Jay, tell me a little bit about yourself.
It's a little delay.
I don't know why you're getting that.
Okay, yes, a little delay.
And that's a delay in your headphones?
It's like when I'm doing something, it's about a half second slower.
Oh boy! Now I wonder.
And everything.
We didn't have that before. Let me try it. So click back in, okay? Click the link back in. I'm gonna punch you out and click the link back in. You know what I really need is an engineer. But he is about to click back in, and hopefully that delay may go away. There we go. I got you in the green room. I've got you assigned, and let's bring you in. There you go. How about now?
All right.
Oh,
it's a little delay, but it's like working on a...
Okay, well, I don't know why that delay is there, but we're going to work with it.
That's crazy.
That's a big delay. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to ask you a question here, and then I'm just let you go. Tell me about your voiceover career. Where'd you get started? How long have you been doing this? What kind of success have you seen so far?
So I started in I started working in Chicago in 2003, 2004, doing a lot of commercials, TV stuff. And then CED came to, I wonder why this is echoing. But CED, had agency, and I signed with CED.
CED or CESD?
It was CED, CSD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're located where?
They had an office in Chicago way back when. And I was just doing it on camera. And then one day I was in the agency. They were in Chicago. Yeah, they used to. They're not anymore. But anyway, and the voiceover person, hey, Jay, you're an actor. You can read, right? I said, yeah, take the script and read it. And she said, you're probably going to audition for 100 of these before you book anything. And I auditioned for the first 2, and I booked both of them right off the back. And so I had to call my friend who had a regular Cool Whip campaign. It was in AFTRA and SAG, and she had to tell me what to do with the headphones and all that. So I went and did it, and then I thought, wait a minute. And then agent called me like a couple weeks later and said, hey, your check's here. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then when it showed me how much it was, I was like, I need to start doing voiceover. so ever since then, I've been like taking classes, working with coaches. And lately last few years, I've been doing McDonald's and Walmart and different things, hit or miss, but I'm always wanting to get better and better.
Okay.
Yeah. And I worked with Rodney Salisbury first back in the day. And
Rodney.
He's my main guy. He's my main
Rodney's
mentor.
a buddy of mine, and we used to, whenever we'd run into each other in the studios or whatever, I'd tell him about the commercials that were his that people thought were me, and he'd tell me about the ones that were mine that people thought were him. Now, personally, I don't think we sound alike, but people confused us all the time. But Rodney is a good guy and a good teacher. You got a good start with Rodney Salisbury. Let's take a look at the copy that you had, and now one of the things you did. I'm gonna change that up there so we can see you. Uh, one of the things you did, you made a mistake. You gave me 3 scripts and 3 takes, one take on each. I only wanted 1 script, so we're only going to go with that first take,
Okay.
from this one, and I'm going to play it now. And I'll even let's get some reaction from people. Here it is.
They say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risks, travel to Aspen or anywhere. Finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, but chances are we only get one shot to play in the mud. And then that's it. So are you going to let it go? Or are you going to climb in?
Okay, there's so much I
Maybe
like.
you can do all the
Ooh,
things
that's
you
right.
want to do.
Oh, yeah, that was that second and then that third take that you were getting. Just one.
Yeah.
And by the way, there was another gentleman, or actually there were a couple of other people who sent copy and their reads, but it was copy that said, this is confidential. Do not discuss, do not share with anybody. And I can't use that copy because I can't be the guy to mess up your career and mine uh, by using copy like that in a public forum like this. Uh, my thought, what you like to be in control, don't you? Wow, that's a lot of reverb.
To be in control? What do you,
Yes.
as far as what?
As far as you're controlling the copy, controlling what you're doing here.
Well, that when I listened to it, I heard that in the read it wasn't relaxed. It wasn't yeah.
I don't know why this is so. I haven't had this with anybody in a long time. Do you have your speakers on?
Yeah, I can turn them off.
Yeah, turn your speakers off and just go with your headphones.
Give me a second.
Because it sounds like this because it drives you nuts. While he is doing that, oh, Marianne, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It was my pleasure, Marianne. Couple of comments here. Great vocal tone and emotion could tighten up a little bit. Really nice. I think that's for you. Yeah. Derek Watts, echo. Yeah, we know. So echo. Yes, so echo. Hopefully it's down a little bit now. I still hear it a bit. And maybe if I turn me down a little bit. But what I heard in there was you being very, very controlled and not just saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful voice. I like the calmness of it. But you can say it a little more. I kind of heard, they say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? And if you just say it a little more.
Right.
Give me one where you just relax and say it.
Okay. It's funny with this echo. It's like we're in a cave. All right, ready? They say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risks, travel to Aspen, or anywhere. Finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time. But chances are, we only get one shot to play in the mud. And then that's it. So are you going to let it go? Or are you going to climb in?
Okay, I really like the casualness of it. Now bring back the emotional content that you had in it before.
Okay.
Let's see. They say you only live once, but what if by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing, another chance to take more risks, travel to Aspen or anywhere, finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, so forth and so on. So you have a little bit of a different attitude, a little different thought on each of the things you're saying. One more.
Okay. Life is short. They say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risk.
I'm going to stop you. I'm going to
Aspen.
stop you for a second.
Okay.
Do you have any positivity in that? A little tease? What if, the idea that, hey, this is kind of cool. Think about this. You might get another shot at this thing.
Okay.
Think about how cool that would be.
All right. Hey, man, they say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risks. Travel to Aspen or anywhere. Finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, but chances are we only get one shot to play in the mud. And then that's it. So you're going to let it go, or you're going to climb in?
Okay, I like that, but I'm going to, little concept I call being on top or underneath. Right there you were on top. Hey, they say you only live once, but what if you get it by some, get underneath it.
Okay.
They say you only live once.
All right.
But what if by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more. So instead of up here, hey, well, what about this? What about
right?
Bring that cool that you've got in your voice and that unstrained.
All right, got you. Hey, man, they say you only live once. But what if by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risks, travel to Aspen, or anywhere, finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, but chances are we only get one shot to play in the mud. And then that's it. So are you going to let it go, or are you going to climb in?
Okay, now that you forced yourself into that, allow yourself to be on top sometimes and underneath sometimes. Right now you were trying to control being on top, and then you were kind of control being underneath. Now give it to me the way you feel. Keep the smile, keep that teasing quality that you have.
Okay. They say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck,
I'm going to stop
you
you
get
one
another
second.
shot at
I'm going
the
to stop
whole
you again
thing?
for a second. Commas are suggested. Commas are suggested. Just for me, ignore that comma.
Okay.
You can pay attention to some of the other, but ignore that one after. But what if?
All right. Hey, babe. They say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? Another chance to take more risks, travel to Aspen, or anywhere, finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, but chances are we only get one shot to play in the mud, and then that's it. So are you going to let it go, or are you going to climb in?
Okay, better.
It's weird.
I know that echo is killing you because it's driving me crazy, and I don't know why didn't have it with Marianne and why I have it with you. There's something in the chain there. You know what? We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. I'll make sure I get you in on this again. But my comment would be, let go of so much control.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between, they say you only live once. But what if, by some divine stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing? your first read was the one you sent in wasn't that controlled, but it was slow and dragging a little bit.
Right.
There's an old saying: the acting happens in between the lines, and you can take plenty of time in between them if you just say them. They say you only live once, but what if by some chance, by some stroke of luck, you get another shot at the whole thing, another chance to make more risks, travel to Aspen or anywhere, finally live free. You could run for the coast, outrun closing time, but chances are we only get one shot to play in the mud, and then that's it. So are you going to let it go, or are you going to climb in? Little more. You can take the time in between.
Yeah, I think it's the echo that's really getting me.
Oh, I know it's yeah.
It's like,
Well, Jay, I'm so sorry we're having this echo. I'm going to let you go, brother. We'll do this again, and I don't know why I didn't have it with her, but I have it with you. But in the meantime, I'm glad that you participated and were courageous enough to, and keep doing your thing, man, because you got this.
thanks.
You got this. All right. Well, it didn't work out quite as wonderfully as I would have liked, especially with all that echo. But we're going to figure out what that was and do it again. Your comments, your thoughts on what we just did and how these two very talented voice actors can improve themselves. Let's see. Derek Watts, perhaps smoother transitions, the more contrast, excellent tones holding back some. Yeah, he's definitely got something there. Say it like you're the guy who's going to do it. There you go. I like that direction too there, Derek. Look, Marian, he's about to say smooth jazz. I used to be a smooth jazz DJ when I first came to Los Angeles on Jazz FM. Let's see. Deidre Johnson, wonderful voice. I can't get past you looking like young Herbie Hancock. Gee, does he play keyboard? Good question there, huh? Derek Watts, all the pieces are there. All the pieces are there. And sometimes I know we feel that way. That's exactly what's going on. All the pieces are there, but we're just not quite putting them together. And when it's done right, it seems so easy. And one of the things I tell my students is, once you've put it together, it is easy. It's not difficult. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're cheating. Oh, geez, that was too easy to do. Because what we're trying to get at is the ability to take somebody else's words and make them our own. Coming through us, not in a song we invent, not that sing-song thing, but our actual thoughts and feelings coming through in this other person's words. So we have to make it ours. We have to say it in our rhythm. We have to say it the way we would say it. Let's see. And by the way, Jimmy says, you've got an awesome instrument there, buddy. A few other comments there. Give it a bit of smirk and swagger. I agree. And that's, for me, what I was talking about in that little kind of a tease. I know something you don't know, but if you keep listening, you'll hear it. And say it, don't read it, let it go. Oh boy. Garrett Davis, one of the things that kills us is readiness. And readiness happens for a couple of reasons. One, we're not good readers. We haven't spent enough time with the copy. I know when I was reading that and I'm thinking here and talking here and the type is small, I made some mistakes. I also tell students, look, I'd rather you make some reading mistakes, but the read is there, because we can always go back and pick up a line, pick up a phrase. But if the performance isn't good, however well you read makes no difference. one of the things about what we do, what makes it so difficult, is that idea of reading. And we have to be able to read, but connect with our thoughts and feelings. Um, that's where we used to have the professional voice that would talk to you like this. And if you come in right now, you can save 10% on blah, 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 blah. And it was almost like, oh, we've got a professional way of reading that it doesn't matter if you're connected to the copy or not. You are the deep, smooth, professional voice that people are going to believe, and you're going to make the product sound good. Well, we're in a society now where we don't believe that guy. We just don't believe Mr. Smooth talking. It's more associated with that used car salesman, uh, somebody running a scam on you, somebody talking too fast so you're not getting all the details of this sales thing that you wanted to do that makes you go, wait a minute, I don't understand. I think I'm going to back away from this. We're in a society now where we want to hear from somebody that we connect with, that we understand, perhaps somebody who reminds us of us, uh, or at least somebody who we can get a picture of and have a trust factor with. And that's always, always, always going to be your voice, who you are, your worldview. And when we're moving into animation and video games, taking on the worldview of the character that we're playing and allowing that character to speak through us. I thought we were going to go on longer than that. I'm really sorry about the echo thing that we had there with Jay. I don't know what caused that. We didn't have it with Marianne. Uh, but I'm going to want to do this again. I hope you guys will want to join me. And let's get some comments here. As almost all of my teachers have said, think of one specific person you're talking to. Say the copy to them. So true. We have to know who we are, what we're thinking, what we're feeling. In talking about video games, and I always tell my students in voice acting for video games that being a good actor in video games will make you a better voice actor overall. Because what we're really trying to get to are real characters that display a particular humanity. And guess what? That's what they're looking for in narration and commercials and TV promos all now too. So it's not about the words, it's about the other things. And my list of things that I want my students to do is first, why am I saying what I'm saying? What just happened that I'm opening my mouth to say ABC? Then what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I doing? Who am I talking to, and what's that relationship? That will get you through any scene in a video game, in animation, and narration and commercials as well. We want to hear from somebody that we take as genuine. And the only way to get that genuineness is to have a real thought about what we're doing, a real feeling about what we're doing, a relationship with the person that we're talking to. And I would even take it further with your commercials. Put yourself in a setting. Where are you? What are you doing while you're saying this? You're not just a disembodied voice. The more detail the scene you make in voice acting for video games, one of the things I always say is block the scene in your mind. We can do that with commercials too. Where am I? What's my movement while I'm doing this commercial? Are there pictures going by that I'm looking at and describing? We want those things to happen so that we're not so focused on the words. I promise you, the words got to be said, but they're actually not the most important thing. As my friend Marcus Dale would say, words are the exhaust of the acting engine. All those other things come first. And it's little things. If you want to sound like you're talking on the phone, what do? Oh, hey, hello, how you doing? Or maybe nowadays walking down the street, oh, yeah, because you got an earpiece in. Or or your phone is up to you, or you're looking at the phone while you're talking. If you're trying to remember something, what's the natural body language? Oh, I wonder what. Use your body to help find your voice, to help find what your voice should be sounding like. Stop worrying about, oh, I'm going to go up here, I'm going to pause here, I'm going to underline this word here, I'm going to hit that. Play with, what am I really thinking? What am I really feeling? And then just say it. Harder to do than my saying that. It takes practice, but that really is the essence of it. Let's see. You were good enough, though. What was that comment from? What was your moment before? Okay, no, you're echoing the kind of thing that I'm talking about. What was your moment before? What just happened that you're saying what you're saying? What gave you the motivation to open your mouth to speak? What are you looking at? What are you describing? Not just, oh, I've got these words and I've got to say them, but what are we describing? Let's see, Derek, you've had some great comments. Let me see what you got to say. A piece of coaching I was given that I took to heart. Everyone can tell when sound like the guys who's trying. Yeah, okay. Everyone can tell when you're sounding like the guy who's trying. Boy, I don't know whether I love or hate autocorrect. And I know sometimes when I'm typing fast, I get it wrong, but then sometimes autocorrect just makes the writing different than what I was trying to say. And that's a big one, Derek. Trying too hard. Relax. I've had the good fortune of being on the other side of the table sometimes as a producer and watch actors come in to give auditions. And you can always tell when when that thought is, gosh, I'm really nervous. I hope I get this. I really need to get this. Or I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't remember. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their body language. You have to get comfortable with the copy. I promise you'll do. I don't care how good a reader you are. Read that copy over in your head 3 times. Mouth it 3 times. By the time you open your mouth to record, the words will only be there to remind you of what you're saying. You won't be actually trying to see each and every word. Practice reading the phrases, not the individual words. Find what the thought chunks are. This thought chunk, to this thought chunk, to this thought chunk, to this thought chunk. Often, we think we understand what is being said, but because we're trying to, let's see, it starts here and it ends there and there's no comma in between, and I've got to get all the way through it. And you take that breath and away you go and you get to a period, and then you listen back and, wow, why was I so rushed? How come I'm not connecting to the copy? It's because you're not connecting to the copy. It's not about, I got to get from here to here. It's about what's actually being said. What do I think about it? What do I feel about it? Take your time. Just say it. When I was taking voiceover lessons, I didn't understand what that meant when some coaches said to me, just say it. Because I came out of radio and I always wanted to make everything look and sound so great. I wanted to, if it's happy, I can tell you it's happy. If it's sad, I can tell you it's sad. And when I realized finally what they meant was, it's not just say it devoid of thought and feeling. Say it with thought and feeling, but real thought and feeling, not manufactured thought and feeling. What do you really think about this? What would be your sincere feelings about what this copy is saying, these words that weren't yours, but now you have to make yours? Let's see. Well, thank you, Jimmy. Nuggets. Another comment. Are ad-libs welcome in reads, or should they be edited out? And sometimes they are welcome. Often with commercials, they love it when you've got a nice, funny ad lib someplace in there. But keep in mind, especially with commercials, there's a time limit. If you're doing a 30-second commercial, 60-second commercial, don't do an ad lib that's so long that it's now adding, 3 or 4 seconds to a read. But I promise you, they love it when you've got something that fits and is funny. Um, everyone can tell. Wait a minute. There we go. I can see it. Everyone can tell when you sound like the guy who is trying to sound like someone. So true. So true. So true. And I'm agreeing with you in the full knowledge that I'm about to say. There is a lot to learn from listening to the people that you're hearing on television, on the radio, doing voiceover. Just like learning from a musician, the wonderful licks of your favorite musicians. But sooner or later, you've got to make them yours. You've still got to come from a place that's genuine with you. Although there's a lot to learn about phrasing from another musician or another voiceover actor. Todd, weekly again. It was nice work, Jay. Even with the echo, you did great. I agree. I agree. And it's a damn shame that we were having whatever technical difficulty that was. And I don't know why it was on him, but not on her. And yes, his voice does work nice for that style of copy. Oh, and Jay says thanks. Okay, well, any other comment? Oh, there we got a long one here. Let's see. Philip Buckeye Believer Thomas. How did you get the middle nickname Buckeye Believer? Are you from Ohio? Uh, I'm from Cleveland. I'm from Ohio. We're the Buckeyes there, the football team and everything. Anyway, any chance the energy from the echo could have been used? Use the adversity as confidence. Granted, Jay had plenty of it. He had plenty of echo. The echo kind of gets in your way. It's hard to fight that. I have been in situations like that before. Sometimes you've got a client on that's someplace else on the planet, and for some reason there's some kind of slapback echo. And as much as you try to fight it, if you've got those headphones on and you can hear that slapback echo, it just gets in the way of your timing and your read. The only thing to do is, I'm going to take the headphones off. I'm going to have the monitors all the way off so I can't hear any of that. I'll do the read and then I'll put the headphones back on and I'll take the critique. That's something that's just not going to work. All right, Marian. Gorgeous words of wisdom. Thank you, Ddave Fennoy, for your support and guidance. Always, always, always. I've said it before, I'll say it again. One of the best things about the voiceover community is how helpful everybody is. I love this work. I tell people all the time that I am as excited about the next job I get as I was about the first. I tease those civilians who don't do voiceover work that they say, oh, how's voiceover work? I say, well, it beats working for a living. Well, it is a lot of work. The getting work is the work. But once I'm on the job, oh my God, now we're just having fun. And it is my sincerest wish that those of you who are knocking on the voiceover door, that it opens wide and that you have the same kind of enjoyment and financial success that, fortunately for me, I continue to enjoy. It's a bigger market now than it's ever been. There are more opportunities in voiceover now than there have ever been. I'm not a big fan of doing audiobooks, but boy, I've been driving around enjoying some audiobooks, and there's just some fantastic work going on by audiobook narrators. Almost makes me want to narrate some more audiobooks. Almost. I'm not sure we're going to go there. We'll see. Maya Aoki Tuttle. If you find yourself falling into a sing-songy pattern with copy, do you have any tricks to get out of it and immediately find a different kind of take? I'm going to say I don't have a trick to get out of it. If I find myself in a sing-songy pattern, I can automatically know I'm not connecting to the copy. I'm trying to do something to make you think that I understand the copy, but I don't understand the copy, or I'm not connected to the copy. Understanding and connecting are two different things. You can understand the copy and not be connected. But when you're in a sing-song, you're not connected. Your head, your heart, they're not connected. And I know for so many people, especially who came out of radio, that is a really hard nut to crack, to let go of that thing that they always thought was working for them. I've got this beautiful voice, and if I just give my read like this, everybody's gonna love everything I do. And there was a time then we taught make the words sound like what they're saying. So you're so beautiful. Oh, it was a long way away. No, that's not where we are now, and that's not real. Have it here, but just say it as yourself, knowing exactly what it is you're saying. Uh-oh, there's my boy, J.D. Hall. Hi, Alam Salaikum, my brother. Where's the microphone you promised me? Oh, yeah, I got it right here. It's all yours. I just haven't gotten it to him yet. Deidre Ann Johnson, my goodness, the voice actor who voiced the Power Broker was amazing. I missed him when the book was finished. There's some good people out there. There's some good people out there. I've had a couple of my voiceover buddies who do audio books on. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do. I like being in them when I can play a smaller part. But the 300 or 400 pages that I have to do day after day after day, my attention span just isn't enough. But I love the work that audiobook narrators are doing, and there's so many good ones. And if it's for you, it is the open door right now into the voiceover business. So there's a thought. And I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up. We will do this again. Hopefully we won't have the issues with the echo that we had. This and all the other Ask Dave Fennoy Anythings live on my YouTube channel, Ddave Fennoy Voiceover Training. If you're interested in taking voiceover classes, private lessons, you can visit ddavefennoy.com, sign up, and we can get you going. I also am doing now, well, I have been for a while, doing demos, but only video game demos. I like it best when I have worked with you for a while. But if somebody is interested, I'll do an assessment as to whether I think you're ready. And the reason I do that is because the last thing in the world you want is a demo that A, you've paid a lot of money for, that doesn't sound good, doesn't present you well, and almost worse, one that sounds great, but you're not up to the level of the demo. It's easy to put together a great demo with lots of takes and lots of cuts and lots of production underneath. It won't do you any good if you can't live up to the demo in your live performance. So if I haven't worked with you, I'm going to do an assessment of some kind. But if you're up to par, yeah, we can work something out. We'll have to find out who you are as an actor and the kinds of things that are going to work best for you. But yes, we can do that. Anyway, so that's going to wrap up another Ask Dave Fennoy Anything on this Wednesday, the 1st of September. What happened to this year? It just seems to be flying by. Anyway, until next week, book something, okay? See ya.